Hey, welcome back to Shutterbug Club. I'm your host, Sue, and today I have Joshua joining me. Hi, Joshua.
Hey, everyone.
And Joshua, is your last name Manila?
Yes, like, it's
I'm saying that correctly.
Manila, but it's Manila.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. That's so cool. I love that last name. So, yeah, Joshua is such an incredible photographer. If you're also a photographer listening, you've probably seen his work pop up on your social media at some point. He's so good at storytelling and also his colors and all of that. So, yeah, I'm just so excited to talk to him today about all of the things. Joshua, can you give a little introduction? Tell everybody what it is you do and yeah, we'll start with that, where you're based and, like, kinda what you like to focus on with photography.
Yeah, well, thank you for the compliment so far, oh my gosh. Um, yeah, I am based in Oregon. I live in Portland, and I do portraits, I do couples. I've just started to kind of get into elopements. But
Oh,
yeah, I
cool.
definitely kind of focus on that, like, cinematic, dreamy storytelling movie scene style.
It
Yeah,
literally
I've been
looks like it's
yeah.
straight out of a movie scene.
Oh my gosh,
All of
thank
them.
you. That's
Yes.
a great compliment right there. I've been doing photography my whole life. I am 21 now. I turn 22 next month, so
Wow. Oh, happy
yeah,
early birthday.
thank you. And yeah, I love my job and love my life. I don't
Yes, perfect. I love it. I do see a lot of, like, your portrait almost they look kinda like senior photo based and then couples. Do you
Mhm.
have a preference of, like, which you like to photograph better?
I don't know, they're so different. Like,
They are.
other people don't think they're different, but they're so different. I think, like I didn't actually really used to do couples until, like, the last year or so. I think I just, like, was too anxious about it.
Uh-huh.
And so I also grew up in a smaller town, and so, like, I'm just in high school and stuff, I would, like, work with just, like, my immediate friends and stuff.
Mhm.
So I definitely have more of, like, a foundation when it comes to portraits, and, like, my brain just works better with portraits, and I can just, like, pose without really having to think about it. Um, and I also sometimes feel like there's less of a pressure there sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, but with couples, I've been really loving them so much in the last year or so just because, like, I just think there's so much of, like, more of a story you can tell with them.
Mhm.
Like, you tell this couple's love story and, like, I just think there's so many fun, like, occasions for couple photos, like, so many, like, engagement photos and, like,
That's true.
sometimes couples just wanna literally just do a photo shoot for fun,
Yeah,
and
or, like, they'll get it every year. They're like our yearly shoot
Mhm.
together, whereas with seniors, it's more one time, like, their
Yeah.
senior photos.
Yeah, so, I don't know, I think I'm pretty evenly split right now, and before when I would, like, think of a creative shoot, my brain would just immediately go to portrait shoots. Now my brain immediately goes to couples, and now I
Oh,
feel like I
that's
get
so
more into
cool.
portraits, yeah, so, I don't know, this year I really wanna, like, do more of both because I think I've really been leaning into couples, which is awesome, but I wanna go back to kind of, like, what I was doing before and just do, like, an even split of both and just challenge
Yeah,
myself again.
that's really cool. I love it. I love your couple shoot you did with the car and the rain.
Oh my god, my
Yeah.
shoot, that was so fun, I loved it. It
Did you
was
say was that an engagement shoot? Is that what you said?
No, so are you talking about the Twilight photos?
Yes, yes.
So that was actually I hosted a photography, like, retreat thing in
Mhm.
Oregon, um, and so we did, like, 6 different shoots in 2 days, and they were all based on movies, so we did, like, Pirates of the Caribbean, like, Pride and Prejudice, and, like, Star Wars and stuff, and so one of them was Twilight, and I'm like, "Okay, we're in the Pacific Northwest, we have to do Twilight," and we actually shot at a Twilight filming location, um
Wow.
and so, yeah, that was just one of the photo shoots, and it was pouring down rain so bad, but I was, like, telling my co-host, my friend, I'm like, "We can't cancel this thing," like, we literally had people fly from around the world for it, so
That's insane. That's
we
huge.
planned
Congratulations.
that was crazy, like, I I don't know, all of our cameras got pretty rain
Oh,
damaged,
yeah.
and I was just standing under an umbrella with my, photographer friend's husband because he was there as, like, an assistant. I'm, like, standing under this umbrella like a little wet dog. Um, I was, like, so over it, and so I actually missed a lot of the photos I could have gotten because I was just trying to, like, not shiver and cry. Um, but yeah, like, posted those photos, and they did so well. Twilight actually commented on the photos.
You're
Taylor Lautner saw
kidding.
my story. Um
Wow.
or his wife, also Taylor Lautner. she commented on the reel that I posted for it, and then there's, like, a Twilight house in Oregon where it's, like, an Airbnb now, it's, like, Bella's actual house. They, like, reposted it and, like,
What?
studio that owns Twilight, like, reposted it. It was just crazy, and so I was like, "Oh my god," like, it literally said Taylor Lautner viewed my story, and I was just like, "Okay, I'm never doing another shoot, I've peaked."
Yes. How do you get
Oh, I
past
got
that? Like,
peaked.
how do you outdo that? That's incredible.
Yeah, and so I actually ended up DMing his wife because I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in LA," and she didn't respond. I was like, "Okay,
Oh,
I'm gonna shoot my shot right here."
no, yeah, it
Hold
was worth
on.
a shot.
Yeah, maybe one
That's so cool. Wow.
that was
I
so
love that. I know, I got such nostalgia when I seen it. It's like, you know right away that
Mhm,
that's what it is before I even knew that you based it off of the movie, like,
yeah.
you can just tell right away. I love it.
We really wanted to be super intentional with it, because we had the red truck in those photos, but we were, like, pricing it out and everything because the guy with the truck would have had to have driven to the coast from Portland, and we were just seeing if we could afford it and stuff, and it was worth it, and I'm so glad we got the truck. I think it would have been so different without the truck, and then
Yeah.
we also did, like, some photos where she was actually holding an apple, and because of, like, the book
Cool.
cover, um,
Yeah.
and we almost didn't think to do that until we were in the grocery store, and we were like, "Wait, let's literally get an apple," and we've me and my co-host, we've both gotten, like, a ton of comments being like, "The apple was, like, such a perfect, like, choice for this, such a good, like, prop addition," like, I don't know, I just there's something about that pop of red, and yeah, I was watching Twilight while I was editing those photos because I
Oh,
wanted to
I
get,
love
like,
that.
color graded perfectly, and yeah, I think about those photos every day. I love
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
Twilight.
That's so cool, which I didn't realize that was from a content retreat.
Mhm.
So anyone listening, Joshua is hosting another content retreat, so I can link that in the show notes for anyone who wants to go get some incredible photos and experience and learn from him even more.
Yes, I'm actually educating at the next one that I'm doing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we have an educator, and my co-host and I, we were like, we should also do a lot of the educating too. So yeah, I'm trying to nail down what I wanna educate on, but I think it's gonna be more, like, social media driven, especially because 'cause we'll be in LA. I feel like that's, like, a huge thing down there, and
Mhm.
but
You
yeah.
honestly have so many things you can talk about because, like, I know I don't know you super personally, but just by looking at your work, because I know sometimes it's helpful to have an outside perspective. So just by like looking at it and seeing like, okay, what would I want to know from you? And that's kind of what I did prepping for this episode. But it's like, okay, you're really good at that intention. Like you mentioned, you intentionally planned everything out for the photo shoot to get it to look like the movie. And
Mm,
that's a lot of thing I feel like a lot of people struggle with is intentionally planning these concepts.
mhm,
Also, your storytelling, just like the posing flow, that's a big one, and then your color grading. Like, honestly, there's not many photographers I've seen who can color grade like you do
really?
because you
Thank you.
incorporate so many colors into it. So it's like I've seen a lot of photographers who stick with a color palette where it's like they're really good at these warmth or their greens are really good, but you are really good at creating a cohesive color palette with any color.
Thank you. Oh my
So
god.
that's
I
some
appreciate
highlights.
that, thank you. I mean, yeah, I think I just, like I really want every shoot to feel unique,
Yes.
and so I think, like, when I was first starting, I definitely used, like I just wanted them all to look warm and have that, like, golden glow and, all those warm vibes, but I think, like, in the last year or so, I don't know, I mean, I really just wanted everything to feel different, but also like my style, so
Yeah, no, I think you
yeah,
honestly, you nailed it.
thank
You
you.
did it great, that's exactly what I get from it. Did you always want to be a photographer?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I don't really know. I mean, I think I've always wanted to do something with media or with social media in general. Like, I think I've always known I've wanted to do something with photography. Um, like I'm thinking back, like back when I was like in middle school or like high
Mhm.
school, I had like these perfectly curated like Instagram feeds, and like I would have it like people did like the Instagram themes and that every
Yes,
photo looked the same, like 2016, 2017 vibes.
yes,
Um, I really wanted to be a YouTuber. I mean, but who hasn't, right? Like everyone. I do YouTube sometimes. I want to bring it back and
yes.
really get into that again. Um, but I definitely have had such a passion for social media.
Mhm.
Like, whether that's me doing YouTube or, like, working for BuzzFeed or something, I don't know, like, back when I was in middle school, I was like, "I'm gonna work for BuzzFeed."
That's so
Um,
cute, I love that.
I mean, I have always also loved photography, and, like,
Yeah,
photography and social media go hand in hand, like,
yeah,
that's literally Instagram, like, to its
yeah.
so
Which that makes sense why your videos and your social media are also really good, which we're gonna talk a little bit about social media today too, but honestly, what you're passionate about is it's gonna show, and it does. Is there a moment when you kinda were getting more into photography and you're like, "This is it, like, I really wanna go hard into photography?"
Um, I mean, I feel like there were a few moments. I've been doing photography, like, again, like, my whole life, but, like, really started to take it seriously when I was in high school. Like, when I was a freshman in high school, I had a bigger pool of people that I could work with now, and I also think, like, in, like, going from middle school into high school, people just knew I was a photographer, people just knew I liked photography, so it wasn't, like, extremely difficult to just, like, go ask my friends to take photos because they already knew, like, I was doing photography. Um, and so I think, so when when I was a sophomore in high school, I actually was going down to LA every 2 weeks from Oregon to go do stuff in LA,
Wow.
like, work with, like, influencers and, like, do that whole thing, and so I think, like, kinda when that happened, I
Okay,
was
hold on.
like
What? How did
yeah.
you get these? Like, what were you doing?
Oh my gosh, I'm like there's so many, like, moments of my life that are just, like, popping in my brain. Um, so I have a twin brother, and he was doing there was this basketball program in San Diego, and so my parents were like, "If he's doing basketball stuff in San Diego, we wanna take you to LA to do your photography stuff," and so
Okay,
I already had, like, a few influencer friends, like, one was actually from my hometown in Oregon, and one is from Seattle, and I worked with her in Seattle, but she, like, lives in LA. So I already had, like, a few connections already, um, and so I just texted my friend that was from Seattle but living in LA, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start being in LA more often. Would love to work with you, like, again. Also, do you have any friends that would wanna work with me too down there?" And she referred me to a bunch of her friends, and so many that
wow.
we're, like, friends with today and try to work with whenever I'm down there, but yeah, like
And do you mean just, like, taking pictures of them?
yeah, just, like, taking
Okay.
pictures, and LA is kinda crazy, like, one of my friends that I met when she wasn't, like, crazy big, um, and she's one of my closest friends in LA, she was, like, just in the Lilo and Stitch movie, and so it's, like, super cool to see, like,
What?
that are, like, on, like, the big screen now.
That is so cool.
It's just a really weird small world, and so I think, like, growing up, I definitely watched, like, photographers like Bryant and, like, those, like, influencer photographers, and I was like, "That's what I wanna do. I wanna work with, like, Emma Chamberlain and, like, the
Yes.
Ziegler sisters and, like, just do, like, that thing." Um, and so, yeah, I mean, that's just, like, a weird part of my life, I guess, LA all the time, and I met so many cool people and
Yeah.
the whole influencer thing, and
Okay, that makes a lot of sense actually looking at your work and, like, the stuff you post, and so that's
yeah,
really cool to know that. Can
yeah,
you walk through your social media journey a little bit?
yeah. Like, what do you wanna know specifically?
Okay, so, like, maybe just your experience with
Mhm,
when you kind of started to okay, you said you started posting on social media a long time, so you're like, "How far back do you wanna go?" But I'm thinking maybe more of your recent stuff, like, when you started to get stuff to blow up more and, like, attract more people.
mhm. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, like, I definitely tried my best with photography when I was growing up in my smaller town before I moved to Portland. And so I was doing a ton of shoots there and kind of building up a following just kind of in Oregon, I guess, and just becoming more known in Oregon as a photographer. And then kind of when like Reels kind of came up on the right, like when Reels was first like a thing on Instagram.
Was that, like,
I
2021?
think so. I don't like 2020.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Um, I like started posting on there. Like I remember I did a video that was like my first viral video was like I'm a 17-year-old photographer, and here are some of my favorite photos. Like, it was the most basic title ever,
Uh-huh.
but it got, like, 1,000,000 views, and I got a ton of followers from that, and then I think I don't know, it's kind of like doing drugs, you just get an addiction, I
No,
swear.
it
Like
is, it
like, wait, like, I gained, like, 6,000 followers from this, like, I wanna just
yeah.
I'm addicted now.
Yeah.
I am hooked, and so I think I just started to kinda get in the habit of posting, like, 1 to 2 videos a day, but I also was just inspired by social media in general, especially with, like, the whole, like, being inspired by Bryant and wanting to do YouTube and
Yeah.
just wanting to be, like, I guess, like, a public figure, like, that sounds so bad, like, I don't wanna I wanna be a
No.
celebrity, that's not what I'm
I
saying.
think I
Like
think all photographers get it. I think we
yeah,
all kinda have that feeling, and I know exactly
yeah,
what you mean, and it's like, it really does make an impact and change things.
it does, no, it seriously does change things, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to remember, like, it wasn't, like, crazy big growth all the time,
Yeah.
um, because when I was in college for, like, 5 minutes, and then I dropped out, but when I was in college, I think I had, like, 10,000 followers. This would
Okay.
have been, like, 3 or 4 years ago, 3 years ago, um, and then I ended up dropping out, and then I think I really just, like, focused on building up my social media and just kinda going crazy with posting videos all the time.
So would you say you grew a lot of followers from Reels?
From Reels and from TikTok, but I think it's
Mhm.
super interesting because people normally have more success on TikTok. I've had more success on Instagram. So,
Has that been, like, long term or just this past year?
I feel like it's been pretty long
Okay.
term. Well,
When did you start posting on TikTok?
when I started posting on Reels.
Oh,
So,
okay, so about the
yeah,
same time. 'Cause that's
yeah.
interesting too, I always love to see the comparison between different platforms and stuff. Because for me, I definitely started to blow up more on TikTok
Mhm.
first,
Yeah,
but especially over this last year, like, I grew a lot more on Instagram and nothing on TikTok, so
yeah.
it's kinda interesting.
Yeah, I know, it's super weird, like, my videos I normally just, like, post a video on TikTok and then just transfer it over onto Instagram.
Yeah.
It always performs better on Instagram, so I have no idea what that's about. Um,
Interesting.
but yeah, I mean, 2024, I think I hit 100K, and then 2025, I hit 200K. So I hit
Okay.
that was a crazy jump because it took me forever to build up. I'm like my first 100,000 followers, that's literally insane. Like, I remember I was sitting in a restaurant when that happened. Um, and that took me years to build up, but
Yeah.
then to build another 100K on top of it in less than a year was, like, wild. Um, See, I think definitely the Reels thing has helped me. I've had a few, like, mega viral videos that helped with that, but I also just think, like, the consistency and the, like, influencer thing and just, like, honestly, the repetition because I've done so many of the
Mhm.
same videos that people kinda know that style of the videos I make.
Yeah,
Uh
and I love that also you said you make it a habit. It's
Mhm.
like it's not something that you're doing just to get these results, it really is a part of your lifestyle.
It is. No, it absolutely is, and I always see people posting, like, "I'm struggling with posting Reels, I'm really bad at posting just in general," but, like, I mean, like, I totally get that. But for me, I like have literally just I'm like, I can't go to bed knowing I haven't posted today. Just because
Mhm.
it keeps your engagement up, it keeps people interacting, it brings in new inquiries and stuff from people, so it's just I'm a little bit crazy about it, but I think if I were to go, like, a week without posting, I'd probably break out in hives. Like, I just that sounds so bad, but it's such a part of my life
Yeah.
that I couldn't not do that. Yeah.
That's so true, and I feel like when I had those feelings, I have grown the most too. Like, recently, I have kind of fallen off a little bit and not posted as much as I used to, but I went for 5 years where I posted every single day, and it was
Mhm.
like, I literally felt like I was failing if I didn't post that day because my goal was to post. And
Yeah.
so a lot of people don't get that consistency that actually goes into growing your social
Yes.
media.
Crazy consistency. There have been times that I'm posting 5 or 6 times a day.
Mm.
Like,
Oh,
definitely when I
wow.
crazy growth, I'm literally posting 6 reels a day just I don't know, maybe it's like I have 2 weeks with no shoots and I'm just bored or something, I'll literally just make TikToks all day and post them because why not? Like, I think when it comes to my, like, actual photo feed on Instagram, I want that to look as, like, polished as possible. But when it comes to reels, I don't care what I post on there, I just want growth. So,
Okay,
and
yeah.
you know
No,
what I
that's really
mean? Like,
good. Yeah, I do. I do. So do you remove it from your main grid? Your reels?
for reels directly.
Yes. That's I mean, like, after it posts, you keep it on because you know, you have, like, your photo grid,
Yeah.
your reels grid, how you can, like, swipe?
Mhm.
Do you remove it from your photo grid and keep it on the real grid, or you just put a
Yeah,
cute
well, I
cover?
never post it to the photo grid because there's an option that you can just post to the Reels tab directly, and so
Oh.
yeah, no, I
Oh, I didn't know about this, okay.
a lot of people don't because I see a lot of photographers that will just post to their main grid,
Yeah.
um, kind of I mean, I
Is
don't
it like trial reel, or is
no,
it different than
like,
that?
literally, like, oh my gosh, it's like there's an option that literally is like, where do you wanna post to, like, your main feed or something, or to
Mhm.
just Reels only, and so I
Oh,
just press Reels only. I don't know, I feel like my engagement has been better just posting to Reels directly because
yeah.
I think when I post to my main feed, it goes just to my followers, like, first, which is, like, I feel like what people would want. Um, but I don't know, I feel like my engagement has been better just posting to Reels in general.
That makes sense because also it's like people are in Reels to see Reels. Because I feel like when people are more in their main grid, they kinda wanna see their family, their
Mm,
friends, and stuff, so it does make sense that, like, your post might not get as much interaction being shared to your followers first, because they probably prioritize their families and stuff, but sharing it directly to Reels probably helps the algorithm, I would
yeah.
think.
I have no idea, I don't work for Instagram, but that's what I've noticed based off of my experience, but yeah, I mean, after this, if you like, I will show you how to do it, like
Okay.
yeah, because I know a lot of people don't know that that's, like, a thing, so
Okay, it could be like a newer feature too, because I know sometimes they, like, don't release it out to everybody, but that would be yeah, I would love to take a look at that.
Mhm.
Do you have a format for your videos, or, like, how do you kinda go about creating a video? What elements do you think about?
Ooh, definitely the audio is a big one.
Do you
I
think about that first usually? Like, do you base it off of the audio?
um, not necessarily. I mean, sometimes I mean, I think I kinda just, like, know the vibe that I wanna have on TikTok and stuff in general, and so I use a lot of, like, those Lana Del Rey audios or, like, those more, like, cinematic sounding
Wait,
audios,
do
um
you find your audio in TikTok?
yeah,
I
yeah,
also do that, okay.
yeah,
TikTok's really good at matching the audio too.
TikTok's great, I mean, a lot of the time, like, I actually have a folder on TikTok of, like, songs that I should use, because sometimes I'll just, like, hear, like I'll, like, see, like, a TikTok edit or something, and I'm like, "Wait, I need to save that for, like, a future post or something." But I think when it comes to, like, posting reels and TikToks and stuff, like, I kind of just, like it really depends on the shoot vibe, like,
Mhm.
I think honestly Lana Del Rey can be applicable to most of the things that I shoot because I don't know why, it's just the vibe is there, um but yeah, I mean, I'll just kind of like hear a song or something, and I'm like, wait, this could kind of go with those photos, or it could go with this kind of video style, or like, I think I've gotten pretty good at like hearing an audio and knowing when I can do a transition in that audio. Like sometimes there's
Like
like
the beat drop or
a beat
something?
drop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like I'll be like, okay, I can do my little 4-second intro here, and then I can do
Mhm.
like like a little like 3-second like intermission between beat drop. Here are the photos.
Yes,
And
I've
so
noticed that with a lot
yeah,
of your videos, you have either, like, some kind of behind the scenes from the shoot, or it's just you, and
yeah.
then, like, the intermission, and then the photos, the reveal.
Yeah, and then the reveal, yeah, and so, again, I see a lot of videos where it's like I feel like people try to do that or, like, sometimes it doesn't really line up correctly or it's just a trending
Mhm.
audio and they just put their photos to it, but I just think I've literally just gotten pretty good at, like, listening to a song and being like, "Wait, I can, like, put the the video here and the photos there," and I don't know, I get
Yeah,
so crazy about social
you've
media.
created, like, this signature format almost, and I think people come to recognize that with your content, and also that goes into how you said you sometimes post, like, 5 times a day. That might sound crazy to people, but
Mhm,
you've almost simplified it. It's like you have ideas, it's kinda easier for you to just go in and follow this format and make 5 videos a lot quicker than somebody else who hasn't done that and taken that time to learn what
mhm.
works.
100%, yeah.
But I wanted to tell you something actually. I have a photography workshop this weekend in Arizona that I'm going to, and I'm speaking about social media, and I have one of your videos in there. I'm actually using you as an example, and I'm talking about your format, so I literally have already broken down your format.
Are you actually? Oh my god. Wait, what video?
What video is it? It's one wait, it's a couple's photo shoot. I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to remember your hook because I talk a lot about creating a good hook, like the words you put on the screen to really attract people in and get them excited to see the photos, which is the reveal. Your hook is like, "We've never taken photos before, what will they look like?"
Yes, 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 yes. I think I know that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, was it, like, couple, like, on the hill, and it was, like, in Seattle and, like
I'm trying to remember. I think it was Seattle, like, I do remember there was water behind them
yeah.
at the
Yeah.
first clip, and they were, like, facing each other, and then it was just
They were, like,
gorgeous
sitting on
images.
a thing, and it was, like yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So that those are some of my favorite photos ever, and so that's literally a true story is I mean, I was going to Seattle with my friend, and I was like, "We need to do a shoot up there because I really wanna shoot at this one park that has the skyline behind it and, like, the Space Needle and everything." And so we, like, did a model call, and a girl that follows me actually referred this couple to me, so they didn't even follow me.
Oh, wow.
They were the most picture perfect couple I'd ever seen. They're like, "This is our first photo shoot. We've never done one of these before." I posted the photos, and it was my most viral photo post ever. Like, it did
Really?
really well. Um,
Wow.
and so I love those photos so much. I literally think they turned out so good, and
They did.
yeah, it was a true story. I wasn't even lying about that. They've never taken photos before, and they turned out amazing. So
That's so cool. I think that's one of your things that you're really good at in creating content though is your hook and, like, storytelling. You can tell you're really good at storytelling in your photos, but you add more to that story with your hook
mhm.
because you emphasize that instead of just saying like, "Oh, this is, like, a cute couples photo shoot that I did." You
Yeah.
add that element that people didn't know before, like, "Oh, they've never been in front of the camera," and
Uh-huh.
so many people can relate to that, and
Mhm.
so that's why, like, those video posts perform so well and stuff. But I actually did wanna talk to you about your carousel posts because I feel like in 2025, Instagram did prioritize carousel posts and photo posts more than they have in the past.
Mhm.
Like, when as soon as they released Reels, they pushed Reels a lot, and then now they're kinda going back to photos, but that's something that I haven't quite cracked yet is, like, the carousel post. Can you kinda break down how you create a carousel post and, like, lay out the photos?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't even have much insight on this. Like, I just kind of, like, find the photos from the gallery that I like, and I actually have an app where I can, like, plan my feed, and so I'll, like, go through a million different photos that I saved from the gallery and, like, find what looks the best and all of that. Um,
What is the app?
what is the app? It's literally called My Feed.
Okay.
Mm, and so it's like when you click on it, it's like a fake version of my Instagram
Okay,
feed.
yeah. That's cool, I have one similar to that.
Yeah, so you just, like, go
Okay.
through that and you can, like, arrange it and pick
Okay,
the
and
photos and stuff.
I've noticed you do a lot of, like, the 3 photo layouts
Mhm.
where it's, like, in one, it's split with 3 different photos, and it looks almost very cinematic because the photos are viewed kind of horizontally instead of vertically. Do you do that a lot? Have you found that that works better?
Um, yes, so I think I started doing that because it really reminded me I mean, I definitely saw other photographers doing it, so that's not a Joshua Manola original right there. But yeah, I kind of, like, saw other photographers doing that and was like, "Wait, these really look like movie scenes when you kind of lay it out like that."
Yeah,
Or doing it like that, kinda just got in the habit of creating those for each of the shoots, and also because Instagram is so annoying with the 20 photo limit, that has really helped me, like, bring as many photos from the gallery as possible, even if I didn't intentionally or, like, mean to have them be in, like a grid like that.
yeah,
Um, it helps me just add more photos that I wanna be seeing, and then I can, like, zoom in and crop it and, like, make it feel like movie scenes and stuff, and I think people love it because sometimes like, I'll post those photos in, like, on TikTok and stuff and do, like, just, like, 10 or 20 of those, like, grid photos, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, these look like movie scenes," and so people really, I feel like, resonate with that, and that's what they
mhm,
want in their photos, so I think, like, it's really different because with, like, a single photo, it's literally just a single photo versus, like, when people can see it as movie scenes, it
yeah,
feels like there's so much more, like, intention there, especially when they're viewing it with, like, a cinematic song behind it and, like,
yeah.
just
It
feels
tells the
more like
story.
yeah, just tells a story,
It
yeah.
literally feels like you're flipping through a book or something. It's like,
Yes.
okay, first they went to the beach and then they chased the birds or whatever it is. Like, it literally feels like you're flipping through the story of the
Yeah.
photos.
Or, like, it's super cool when you can do, like, a detail shot, like, right in the middle, and then, like,
Yes,
establishing shot on top, and, like, a closer up shot, like, down below. It just you have all the scenes all in one,
yeah.
so it really tells a story in one photo.
When you're going into your photo shoot, do you think of it as movie scenes? Are you thinking like, "Oh, I need a wide shot, close shot?" How do you kind of approach that?
Um, I think kind of both, honestly. I mean, I I think I've just gotten in the habit of doing just the wide shot, close shot thing just because I think it makes photo shoots just easier and flow better and just you get as many shots as possible from one, like, scenario, I guess. So, like, if I'll have, like, a couple, like, sitting in a field or something, like a super simple scene, I'll try to get, like, a far away shot of them sitting in the grass or whatever, kinda show the distance of the grass and how, like, big this space is with them just in the middle of it. Then I'll get, like, a medium closer up shot, so it's a bit closer and more just, like, of them, less scenery, and then I'll try to get, like if it's, like, an engagement shoot or something, I'll get, like, closer up, like, maybe he's, like, kissing her hand with the ring or something, and just I try to do as many shots as possible in one scene
Yeah,
because I think it makes the shoot feel less crazy and less busy, even though I'm
yeah.
still doing, like, 4 or 5 different things in one scene, so
And are
yeah,
you
I do try to think like movie scenes too, I guess.
okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like that does really help make your work look more cinematic because I took, like, one film class in college, and they taught about shot lists and stuff, and, like, going in with having that shot list of, like, "Okay, I need an establishing shot,
Yeah.
a close-up shot," all that stuff, so bringing that into photography has helped me to make my work more
Yeah.
cinematic.
No, and it's so important, like, it's so important, like, I took a I think it was, like, a videography class, and I took also photography in high school, and yeah, same kinda thing, just, like, make sure you get your establishing shots and your, like, this type of shot and this type of shot, and it
Mhm.
really helps, like even though I don't even think in my head, like, "I need to get a wide shot right here." I just kind of intuitively do it, just like, "Okay, wait, like, this looks so pretty because it sets the scene, then I'm gonna get a close-up shot of, like, that ring photo or something," so, yeah, no, I think that's
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah, that's so good. When you're posting on social media, who do you think about as your audience? Like, are you trying to target photographers or clients?
I think a pretty even mix of both, honestly. I mean, I have a ton of photographers that follow me, but I also have a ton of, like, potential clients that follow me too. I don't know, I think part of me just really wants to impress the photography community, and so I'm just like I think it's cool when other photographers will, like, repost my work or something because
Mhm.
I feel so just, like, validated. Um, but, I mean, I think it's so cool when I do a photo shoot and I get clients that DM it to me or email me and are like, "I'm so inspired by that shoot you just posted."
Mhm.
Yeah, I think both. I mean,
Would you say you started with photography, like, posting to photographers because you probably didn't start with this idea of, like, getting a bunch of clients? You probably were just, like, sharing your photos with other people who like good photos?
yeah, I think I'm trying to, like, think. This is actually a really good question. I think I always have just had the mindset of, like, I just like photography and I'm just gonna share it with the world rather than, like, I'm a business and I hope this brings in 40 different people that wanna shoot, which obviously that would be amazing. But I don't think I really go in with the intention of, like, I hope this gets me 100 bookings right here. I think it's just more like, I hope people like these photos. Like,
Yeah,
I truly do think of that, like because the clients will come if they resonate with the photos. So I don't yeah, now that
yeah.
I think I just kind of post it just to see, like well, I post it because I'm proud of the photos, and I post that to see if other people like them too, and
I
then
think what's I think what's really cool at with your work is you're actually really good at reaching both the photographer and the client because you're speaking to both in the words you use, like how you said you say stuff like, "Oh, I'm awkward in the photos," or like, "How will these look? I've never taken them before." And so that really does attract both the photographer and the client.
Mhm.
But I love that approach that you said that you take and like your mindset around that because this is something I've kind of noticed with my own social media. I started off 2 photographers, like, targeting photographers because, like you, I was like, "I just want to be in the community," like, I love when other people are inspired
Friends,
by my work
yeah.
and stuff like that, and I felt so much more inspiration when I did that, when I was more posting for photographers and for the inspiration of it.
Mhm.
But this last year, I got really, like, business mindset, and I almost stopped doing that and started posting like, "Oh, I need clients, I need to who am I speaking to? What do they wanna know?" And I lost a lot of the spark in it, I would say, when I
A
stopped
hard balance,
doing
yeah.
yeah, when I stopped doing, like, what I originally started it for, and I noticed it too in, like, my engagement and stuff like that, so
Mhm.
yeah, that's a
Totally,
hard
totally.
balance. Have you noticed are you booking more photo shoots typically when you get more attraction to your photos?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I feel so bad and I definitely should hire an assistant or something because I try my best to stay on top of, like, my DMs and my, like, email inquiries and stuff, but, like, sometimes I just really fall behind. And
Mhm.
so I feel bad because it's like I truly do read everything that comes my way, and I try my best to respond to everybody that inquires, but sometimes it's just really hard to, like, get through all of my comments and respond to all of my comments, which is something I'm working on because I feel like I never respond to comments, and I'm trying so hard because it's like
It's hard.
it's just mentally hard sometimes, like, go
It
through all
is.
your comments, go through all your DMs, post stuff, but then also talking to clients all the time too, and
Yeah.
that's something I'm working on. But yeah, sometimes actually, I did this one video, like, last year or 2 years ago. I totally forgot what it was, but I remember I was getting 500 DMs a day,
That's
for about
insane.
yeah, and so I couldn't go through that.
Yeah.
That was just DMs, and I was still getting emails and stuff, so I actually had to turn my contact form off on my website because I was
Wow.
getting, like, 50 emails a day from that, and it was just so hard to keep up with. So
Mhm.
I tried yeah, like, it's definitely a cool thing when that happens, and you do get a lot of cool, serious people that are actually interested in booking,
Mhm.
um, but it can be overwhelming
A
when
lot of
yeah,
spam too, like, you do get
a lot of
some
spam.
people who are really interested, but you get a lot of people who are like, "Oh, I'm all the way over here and I'm not gonna travel to you."
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yes. No, for sure. It definitely brings people out from hiding, I feel like, that are like, "Hey, like, wanna collab?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
Yeah. One thing
Like
I've found that has helped me with that is I actually hired an assistant to answer emails and inquiry forms because I feel like that's more of a repeatable thing, like, you have this basic, "Here's what you reply to an inquiry," and so you can kinda set them up with that, but I really enjoy that connection on Instagram and stuff, so I do that more myself, but yeah, just, like, it is helpful to have someone help you with that.
mhm. Yeah, I know, I should get someone.
Do you have any kind of, like, predictions for social media this next year?
Ooh,
I know that's a tough question.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly feel like actually saw a video today that actually kind of got me thinking, and she was talking about how people want more, like, relatable content that's not so curated, like, um, just more, like, real with the world, I guess, and so, like, I feel like on social media, everyone has to be, like, so perfect and stuff and just, like, right, like, who doesn't wanna paint themselves in a good light and stuff?
Yeah.
So I totally agree with this girl that posted it that, like, people are just gonna be more authentic and more like, "Oh, I tried this thing, but it didn't succeed, and I'm gonna be real with you about that online." Because I think that
Mhm.
helps people feel more seen rather than, like, they have to strive to be the best version of whatever. Um,
That's so good.
yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to relate that to photography, but I just think, like,
Yeah,
in
I think just, like,
more
social
authentic.
media.
I mean, honestly, I kinda wanna do more, like, talking videos and stuff online, like, I
Oh,
feel like no
cool.
one really knows, like, what I look like or, like, what who
Yeah.
I am and stuff, so I wanna definitely bring back the YouTube and do more talking videos on, like, TikTok or something, and
Mhm.
just be more real about, like, my life, I guess, because I think people have this, like, vision of, like, Joshua Manila lives this glamorous, like, I'm like, "I don't. I really don't." Um, so I wanna just more, like, real about that online, I feel like. So,
Yeah, I would love to
yeah.
see more talking videos of you in
Yeah.
the future. Yeah, because I feel like just, like, looking through your page, it is a lot of your pictures and stuff, but you do a pretty good job at showing your face in the beginning of your reels and stuff, but I did kinda notice there weren't talking videos really, so it would be cool to see that, and I feel like you just give people a little bit deeper into who you are when they actually hear your voice.
Yeah, and, like, I always go back to, like, when I think about, like, "Oh, I need to do more talking videos," I go back to, like, middle school me of, like, "I wanna be an influencer, and I
Yeah.
wanna do this." And I think I'm at, like, a really good point of, like, I can do both right now. I can do
Mhm.
the photography thing and kinda the influencing, I guess, and I don't know, my friends, they're like, "Josh, you're an influencer." I don't I actually feel gross by that because 'cause I'm like, "Guys, I'm a
Yeah.
photographer. I'm not an influencer, like, who am I influencing?" Um, but I do really wanna kind of, like, maybe kinda try that in 2026 and be like, "Wait, what if I actually did kind of let the world know more about my life and who I am, plus my photography?" Like,
Yeah, I
just
love
more
that.
bring them into my world that's not just like, I literally just take photos, but more like, go more in depth on it and, like
Yeah, I
yeah.
love that. Have Do you follow or have you seen Kylie Kadich? Do
That
you know
also
who I'm
sounds
talking about? Well, anyway, she started as, like, a photographer model, she did a lot of, like, self-portrait type stuff, and I feel like she was really good, and it's kinda what you're talking about, like, why it's important to also bring people in on the other aspects is because, like, what if you decide you wanna shift in photography?
mhm,
It's like, she did a really good job at building this connection because her a lot of photographers followed her because it was really photo-based, but then she shifted into more of, like, a lifestyle home renovation, but a lot of people still stayed with her because she had built that connection, so I think that's really important to, like, think about if you ever did want to even shift, even from, like, photos to video could be different, but just, like, bringing people along that journey, and I also do love what you said about taking people along with you, like, "Hey, I'm trying this, I don't know what it's gonna be," instead of in the past where it was like, "Oh, I just did this thing, it was so incredible, like, I'm so great."
I just think, like, showing your face can be so beneficial anyways because it's like, my main income is photography. My
Mhm.
only income is photography. Um, but I really wanna monetize my social media more, and so it's like a lot of the monetization comes from brand deals and stuff, but, like,
Yeah.
I don't think a brand would wanna do a brand deal with me or whatever if they don't know what I look like, or if I can't talk to the camera in a way that they want me to. Or even just with booking clients too, it's like, I think them just seeing who I am and knowing that I'm not like a creep that's gonna scam them online, like, isn't like, it's just more like it's more personal and they feel safer about that,
Yeah.
or like they know who's actually taking their photos versus like, I'm just this person hiding behind, like, my phone, so,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
such a good point, I love that. Is there anything else you wanted to touch about social media before we move on?
I don't know, I mean, I think I'll probably think of it if it comes up during the
Okay,
question,
perfect.
but yeah.
I think that was great. I do really wanna talk about you finding your style and your editing because I feel like you do have a very distinct style.
Mhm.
So, did was there ever a point with photography where you felt like you weren't good enough, like, you had this vision, but you weren't quite getting your photos to look how you wanted them to?
Um I mean, I think every photographer has felt like they're not good enough. Like, I know, I feel like that every single day of my life, but, yeah, I think I was just, like, kind of real with myself too in the moment, like, especially when I was in high school and just started, like, my business and stuff. I I think I was just, like I mean, I'd be upset that I couldn't get my photo to look how I wanted it to, but I was also just trying to be like, "I've only been doing this for, like, a year." So, I try to do as much learning as possible with photography and be like, "Wait," like, after I do a shoot and it didn't really turn out how I wanted it to,
Mhm.
and I can look at it and be like, "Oh, it's because I didn't do this." Or sometimes it's just my camera
Yeah.
set like, sometimes, like, "Oh, I should've just had it sharper in the background," or, like, something simple like that. So I try to just, I guess, learn from every shoot that I do
That's really
and
good.
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great,
Yeah.
I love it. You're also really good at composition, even just, like, looking at your basic Instagram feed, you can see every image is very well thought out and
Mhm,
composed, and I would say that's, like, one of the biggest mistake a lot of more beginner photographers make compared to more advanced ones is actually, like, thinking about composing an image.
mhm.
Is there anything you think about? I know there's so many rules, like rule of thirds, leading
Uh,
lines, anything like that, but is there anything that you kinda use as a guideline?
I mean, definitely rule of thirds, I feel like. I mean, I don't really get too crazy with it, I feel like, especially when I shoot. I feel like most of the time when I take the actual photos, they're always in the center of the photo, but then I'll crop it maybe differently.
Mhm.
Um, or I definitely love to have a good foreground in the photo. Like, I think it just adds more depth or Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Like, a lot of photography is just so intuitive too, that's like it's things you don't even really think about until you're, like, asked in the moment.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think for
yeah.
you, since you've just been doing it for so long, you learned that at a really early age, so
Mhm.
it does come very naturally to you.
Yeah, I think photographers just, like, train their eye.
Yeah,
It's like you just kind of know how to compose something in a way that's
yeah,
not look weird, right? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
No, that's great. Okay, I have a question for you that might be a little difficult, but I'm curious what your response is.
Yes.
What are you really chasing when you pick up a camera?
Ooh. Oh my gosh. Um, you know when you watch, like, a movie and there's, like, powerful violins playing in the background and it's, like, this crazy, like, love confession or something?
Yes.
I feel like when it comes to, like, my couple photos, I've always kind of just wanted to feel like that moment. Like, I think, like not necessarily during the shoot, but I think when I'm editing too, I try to evoke those feelings through the photo. Well, actually, through the it really depends on the shoot. Like, I did this shoot on, like, the Oregon coast, and there was, like, this big, like, white gown, and it was, like, pouring down rain, and it was just, like, so truly just so cinematic even with your eyes, uh,
Mhm.
compared to just, like, a couple sitting on, like, a bench, I think but you can also get really creative with that, so I don't know, I just think, like, I try to view everything as if, like, I'm, like, sitting in, like, a movie theater and they're on the screen. What would the soundtrack be? What would they be saying? Like,
O
kind of like, what do I feel in that moment as an audience member, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you go into your photo shoots, are you planning these scenes? Do you see yourself as a director? Like, are you telling them what to do?
It really depends on the shoot, like,
Okay.
I think my creativity works best when there's no pressure.
Yes.
So, when it's a paid shoot or clients, like, booking me, I get really anxious and I try my best to just, like I don't know, that's something I'm working on is, like, just not getting anxiety because like, when I do, like, just, like, a free shoot with one of my friends or something or, like, content days or anything like that, I feel like there are no limits and I can just, like, truly do whatever and create my vision to a T.
Yeah.
I don't like, I just think in my brain, like, when I do, like, a paid shoot and there's, like, a time limit or, like, there's
Mm.
expectations, I feel like I'm more like, barricaded by that in a way. Trying to get over that hurdle because I don't know. I really don't know. I just feel like I get kinda weird when it comes to that. But when it's free shoot or something, there's really no expectations. I can just plan my vision to a T. I want my clients' priorities to be first rather than creative vision, and I'm super happy when a lot of my clients are like, "Do whatever you wanna do," which I love that, that really helps me. But I think when there's more expectations, I kind of curl into a little ball because I wanna make them happy before I make myself happy, I guess.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I used to feel that a lot, and even still sometimes feel it, especially if it's something that I don't always photograph all the time. I'm, like, a little bit unsure about how to go to about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's say you're doing one just for fun, just creatively. Do you do a lot of the directing? Like, what kind of things would you tell them to do in order to get that beautiful movement storytelling shots that you get?
I think I definitely do a lot of the directing. Um, Recently, I found myself actually doing a lot of photo shoots with my photographer friends just for fun, like, especially around Portland, like, I'll be, like, planning a shoot, and then I'll, like, text them, I'll be like, "Hey, like, guys, I'm planning this really cool shoot. Do you wanna come to this?" And most of the time, they'd come, and so I think that that definitely helps me too because
Like, bouncing off ideas?
bouncing off ideas and just
Mhm.
how everyone shoots and, like, I love how super collaborative that is.
Yes.
When it's just, like, my own shoot and it's just myself, I I feel like I definitely panic save inspo before every shoot
Oh,
that I
yes.
like, 10 minutes before the shoot, I'm in my car just on Pinterest saving a bunch of last
I
minute
even do that still,
yeah,
yes, all the
mm,
time.
every single day, but then I feel like sometimes I never even use it, and so, like,
Mhm.
I definitely have shots that I want in mind that I wanna do, like, if it's, like, this really stunning gown, like, maybe I want, like, a wide shot of them running down this beach and the dress is just trailing behind her. It depends on, like, the couple's vibe too. I always tell people my brain is like starting your car in the winter, you have to let it run for a second. If anyone listening to this has worked with me, they'll know that I've said that to them at a shoot.
That's such
Um,
a good comparison.
yeah, I feel like at a lot of my shoots, I don't know if it's just anxiety getting the best of me, but sometimes my brain just kind of locks up and gets foggy, and I don't know, I try to, like, push through that. But recently, I've been doing a lot of shoots, like, I'll look at Pinterest in that moment, just, like, really quick and be like, "Oh my
Yeah.
god," like, "this idea right here," and then it helps me with 10 other ideas after that. But recently, I've been doing some shoots where, like, my brain just flows so well, and sometimes I think it's the couple's vibe. They're just
Mhm.
so carefree and so just go with the flow and chill and trust me, that it takes a lot of the pressure off and the expectations, and, like, that just helps me feel like I can do whatever I want, and that helps me really direct them.
Yeah. I love that you mentioned how you do get that kind of brain fog at the
Mhm.
beginning of a session sometimes because I feel like that's something a lot of photographers struggle with, and I know I've struggled with that a lot too, but I think it's so normal because there definitely is a flow state,
Oh,
and
for
it's like
sure.
typically that's why I always recommend people doing longer sessions instead of mini sessions because it does take a while to get into a flow state, like, usually, you're probably not gonna use most of those photos that
Mhm.
you took in the very beginning. I'm sure you've noticed this going through your photos when you're culling them, it's typically, like, the last photos we took that are some of
Mm.
my favorites ever, and so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. No, I agree. I try to encourage my couples to wanna shoot for that longer amount of time because I'm not even, like, ready like, mentally ready for the first 20 minutes. I'm just getting to know them, they're getting to know me, I'm warming up, I'm feeling out their vibe. Um, but yeah, like you said, kind of the end of the shoot, like, if it's a golden hour sunset shoot, I'm definitely gonna use those more, and they're gonna love those
Mm,
because everything is just we're warmed up, the setting is so stunning, and they know my vibe now, they know how I work, I know who they are, and yeah, that flow state is so real.
and I feel like it's not even about really coming prepared with, "Do this pose, do this prompt," even, but it's just getting to know each other and, like, "Okay, this is kinda
Yes.
how your energy is, this is how my energy is," and then once you've gone past that, then you will enter more of the flow state.
Mhm. Definitely.
What is one piece of advice you would give to a photographer who's just starting out, maybe feeling a little bit scared, something that you wish you would have known sooner?
Gosh, my little brother actually just started photography, and so
Oh, that's so exciting.
about this. You just gotta reach out to so many people you know, truly try so many things. I'm gonna use him as an example because he lives in my house. Um, I just like, he has the vision, which is great, but he's still kind of learning, like, how to interact with clients and how to get clients and, like, how to do photography.
Yeah,
Um, so I think you just gotta go out there and shoot as much as possible. Learn your camera, learn the settings you like maybe you like a sharper background, maybe you like a blurrier background. Learn your favorite type of lighting. I feel like photography is very slow build. There are very few photographers that one of my best friends, she literally started her business last year and now she's like the greatest of all time. But like I so she's very rare when it comes to that. But like
yeah,
most photographers, it takes a good 5 or 6 years to
it
really just
does.
hone in on your style, so I think just try as many things as you can. It truly, like, that's what it comes
Yeah,
down to, is just learn ultimately what you like and what you don't like and the types of photography you wanna shoot because a senior photographer shoots very differently than a fashion photographer in New York City, so learn
yeah,
what you like to create and learn what you're inspired by, just for real. I'm very inspired by music videos and movies and songs, but some people might
mhm,
just be inspired by
like fashion.
fashion or golden light or
Yeah,
something.
I love that, just, like, taking other aspects of your life, even color palettes, like, I've noticed because I did painting before photography,
Uh-huh,
and I realized looking back at a lot of my paintings, I used very specific color palettes, and they're, like, blue, purple,
uh-huh.
and then I've noticed with photography, I really love blue hour, so, like, right after
Yeah, I
sunset.
love Blue Hour. Blue Hour is great.
Yeah, and so it's, like, thinking about other stuff and, like, finding your inspiration there. Can you share a big goal you have either for this next year, or it can even be a goal 10 years down the road, just something you would love to see with your business, with your photography, even your personal, anything?
My gosh, I definitely have a few. 2026, I wanna move to LA. I've been trying to move to LA forever. I'm the
Oh.
boy that cried wolf because I'm like, "I'm moving to LA," and then I stay in Portland. Um, but, I mean, I love all my friends here and everything, and it's so gorgeous, but I definitely truly wanna make that happen this year. So when I was in middle school and high school, I really wanted to be a fashion photographer. Like, I was literally like, "I'm going to move to New York City, I'm gonna go to NYU, and I'm going to shoot fashion, and I'm gonna be on the cover of Vogue." That's not what I'm doing right now. So, I don't live in New York. So, um, I was talking to a few of my photographer friends about this recently, but I feel like I've been shooting I don't know, I'm kind of not tired of my work right now, but I just wanna try something a little different than what I've been doing. I wanna just try, like, maybe, like, a high fashion shoot and just kind of, like, re-inspire myself again.
I love that.
One of my best friends, she is so insanely talented, and she does a really good mix of, like, the crazy editorial stuff, the fashion stuff, but also the cinematic couple stuff. And so she's really inspired me on that because it's like, wait, like you don't have to put yourself in a box. And
Mhm.
I think in 2025 and 2024, I've kind of put myself in a little bit of a box. And so I kind of want to just like shock the world a little bit and just like
Oh,
think crazy and just be like, this year is about trying new things and going back to old inspiration, like even just color palettes and stuff.
but I have a thought on what you just said. I wonder if it's a little bit to do with, like, you were really inspired by all of these things and getting your photos to look a certain way, and you've pretty much almost perfected it. Like, I know it's really weird to say that about your own photos, but seriously, I would say, like, you've almost perfected exactly what it is you're trying to do, so you kinda wanna try something you haven't tried yet because you've done
Yeah.
so many of those, and I don't know what more you could do. Just like you said with that Twilight post, how do you get better than that?
Mhm.
And so if you almost feel like you've reached what you can in that area, you wanna branch out and learn something else. Would you say that's true?
Yes, I'm kind of feeling right now like Miley Cyrus before her bangers era. You know, a little bit like not like that, but like definitely something so different and just like I really wanna get into like, crazy editorials. There was a spot near where I grew up, and it was these 2 boats in the desert, and I stumbled upon it one day during a shoot, and we just got really crazy because of that juxtaposition of the dry desert, but then there's these 2 random little rowboats in the middle of it. I don't know why they're there, they were just dumped there, but I've just done a few shoots there, and I think it's super cool because it is super editorial and it's super artistic, and so, like, I wanna do more things like that where it's just, like, weird and kind of funky and just like this is a fairy tale photo I mean, I love all of it, but I just
Yeah,
wanna really challenge my creativity and see how far I can go with it. Like, I
that's
don't
so
know.
good.
Let me
Yeah,
try to
well
make a Vogue cover. I don't know. Let's see what
yes.
2026 has in store. Yeah, let's get crazy.
I love it. I'm so excited to see what you create in the next year. Yay. Okay, well, why don't you tell everyone where they can find you? Share any other resources. I know we mentioned your workshop that you're doing for photographers. Is there anything else you wanna let people know?
I mean, yeah, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Joshua Manila, YouTube Joshua Manila.
Yes.
I wanna start doing that more. But yeah, the definitely the workshop, that'll be a really fun I'm stoked for that. I'm
That's
so
awesome.
stoked for that. Like, we've been planning that for months and months and months, and we have a lot of money we have to put into it still, but I'm really stoked because it's gonna be insane. It's will be
Yeah,
so
I know it's gonna be so good. Yeah, I
I'm so
can't wait to
excited to
see what
come.
I
'Cause
know. Wait, when is it? What are the dates?
uh, June 25th through 28th.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you so much, Joshua.